Ramble. Thank you to Nissan for sponsoring today's episode.
Bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Welcome, Guilty Horse, to an episode of Guilty Pleasures, the podcast that loves what it loves. I'm your host, Kelsey Darragh. That's right. I'm sitting in for Daddy Kornfeld. He is sick today.
This is our first one without him, is it not?
No, I've been daddy twice before.
Whoa. Yeah, this is our third one.
This seat is warm.
Yeah.
I've been here before.
You've been
All
here.
my farts underneath me. We got Rick. How you feeling today?
I'm all right. I'm a little sleepy.
You're a little sleepy?
I don't know why.
Wake the fuck
You have a
up.
Red Bull. I saw the Red Bull.
Yeah, I got the Red Bull immediately. Red Bull gives you wings. Fuck Max
Not
Verstappen.
sponsored.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And for the movie that we're doing today, we needed a queer icon. So thus, my bestie and new co-host of my podcast, Confidently Insecure, Zach Noe Towers.
Yay, ZNT.
How you feeling
we
today?
colloquially call him.
It is easier than Zach Noe Towers. No
Yeah.
one gets it right. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. When I got the call
Yeah.
that I was here to represent M3GAN,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You said something funny when we sat down. You were like, I feel like I'm going to be the only one
Yeah.
rooting for this
Yeah.
film.
I think, yeah.
We've
I
got
think-
news for you.
Before it came out? Or
No,
now?
with you guys.
Oh.
I didn't feel like I was in a safe space, if I'm
Okay.
being honest.
You are in the safest place possible. This movie fucking rips.
Okay,
dog.
yes, I agree.
This movie is so
okay,
good.
Before we dive in, we got to give it to them. We are doing the already cult classic.
Already a cult classic.
Social media is ablaze. You can't get away from her. M3GAN, with a 3 for an E, follows the story of what happens when Allison Williams, the whitest of white bitches,
The whitest of
decides
whites.
to make an AI doll for her niece who, whoops, just lost both of her parents in a tragic snow skiing
No
car
plowing.
accident.
Uh-oh.
Which Rick reminds me of every day. Skiing is so dangerous.
It's so dangerous. It's
And
open
Allison
season on
goes,
all snow activities.
What's the healthiest way to cope with the death? Let me make an AI robot that may or may not be a gay icon.
Yep.
Is.
And this is M3GAN. I don't know
Yeah.
how else to describe it than that.
That was beautiful.
That was
Thank
really
you.
good.
That was very
It's
good.
very hard to do what Zaddy Corn Daddy does, but
Yeah.
we're here.
No, you
Yeah.
nailed it.
You nailed it.
Opening thoughts. When you saw the trailer for this film,
Oh, immediately the dancing.
Yes.
Immediately, without
Yes.
question, I was like, oh, that's some fluid ass. What
Yeah.
are these moves?
What?
she's
Oh
made
my
out
God.
of rubber.
She's made out of rubber
Yeah, the
and
trailer.
titanium,
There you
which
go.
is why she was singing it.
I didn't realize that until I've seen it 3 times.
Three?
Yeah, okay. I made the mistake of telling all my friend groups I was so excited to see it that they all kind of made plans
Oh, that's great.
around opening weekend.
That's
So
great.
there's a birthday viewing on Friday, there was a sister and manager viewing on Saturday, and then Sunday,
Oh my God.
Jeff Lewis, who is like he's like a Bravo guy, he invited me, and I was like, I can't say no to any of these people.
Yeah.
You absolutely could. You just
Nope.
liked it that much, you liar.
I didn't feel comfortable saying no to any of them, but I
Which
did
was-
like it.
What was the best viewing? The first, second, or third?
Probably first.
Yeah.
Because it
It
was
was
just
the
so
rowdiest.
shocking.
Friday night, people don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, what I'll never forget when I saw the preview like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
It had the dancing.
Yeah.
It had her running on all
On-
fours
Yep.
in the woods.
Yep.
And Allison Williams, who like I think I have a love-hate relationship with.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
her.
She's definitely falls in that category of like, what's her name? I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
Oh, Anne
Thank
Hathaway.
you. Where you're just like, there's something
Really?
about her. Where you're
You
just like,
think, okay, so I'm sorry. Let's
Yeah.
just back up a little bit. You think that Anne Hathaway has a love and hate relationship.
Are you kidding?
I know. I remember the everybody coming after her after Les Miserables came out, and she did something during the
You said,
Her Oscar
"It came
acceptance
Her Oscar
true."
acceptance
It
speech.
came true.
Yeah.
My dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck your dreams, bitch.
Yeah, it's just like
she's-
why I've never understood the
'Cause we hate
anger
women.
behind it. Yeah,
We
I think
love to
that's
hate
what
women.
it is. I think that's
Yeah.
what it is. You hate women.
Yeah, I'm a bad feminist. Someone else is living my dreams. Like, we
I-
don't need to go that deep. Yeah.
I love Allison Williams. I love Anne Hathaway. I
Yeah.
love both of them. I don't know. I don't understand why we were so upset about them.
I don't think I believe. Okay, so Allison Williams plays the most brilliant mind
Okay.
at this company.
Okay, that's fair.
Maybe
Right,
I
right.
don't maybe I don't like hot women or something, but
Yeah.
like it didn't compute.
Hot, smart women. you
yeah,
don't
like,
Yeah.
like.
I'm like, you're not a nerd.
Okay, maybe that's it.
She
I
was-
don't
yes.
think Allison Williams is that hot.
Oh.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
she's very just like
I think she
Pretty,
I cut you
yes.
off. I think
No.
she's very pretty. I
Very
don't think
regular.
she's a hot person.
Okay.
And we saw her at BuzzFeed. She came in when
recall.
Get Out was doing its press tour, essentially,
Wow.
with Jordan Peele. And she talked to us about it. And yeah, I saw her in person. I was like, huh.
Plain.
Damn, she knows how to pick horror films.
I was
I
just
think-
going to ask, do we consider her a horror darling now?
I think so.
She did
Now-
executive produce this film.
Although that's interesting because she wasn't the iconic horror person in Get Out. Usually it's like
No.
the girl who like beats things, like,
Right,
like
right.
in M3GAN. But like
Right.
in Get Out, she's the bad guy. So that kind of muddies
But
the
she
waters.
played a horror villain pretty damn well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's easy for white people.
Yeah, we
We
don't
just
kind
of take one step to the left
Yeah.
and we're
Okay.
or to
Evil.
the right
Evil.
if we're being
Fair
honest.
enough. Fair enough.
oh yeah, to the right. Duh.
Yeah.
So yeah, when this film launched the trailer, everyone instantly was like, "This is gonna be a Razzie nominate. Like, there's
Shit
no
show.
way this is gonna be good. It's gonna be so bad it's good." But I actually think it was fantastic
It was
and
good.
great.
That was the first time I've seen the hilarity of making fun of a trailer translate to the hilarity of the actual movie.
To the success.
It was
Sure.
to the success of the film, where it's just like, we're supposed to take that trailer very seriously. This is a scary thing, and then we're like, this is hilarious. Look
Yeah.
at the way that she's dancing. And I bet in the back of their minds they're like, haha, you guys don't even fucking know it's a comedy.
No. Yeah.
It's really funny. And then you watch it and you're like, oh wow, this is a pleasant surprise.
Garrick and I went and saw this together last night on a Monday evening at
Yeah.
the Grove in Los Angeles, Hollywood, which is a poppin' spot.
Poppin'
The
spot.
entire theater was full.
Really?
And I could
It
tell
was.
it was like 90% gays based on the
Wow.
laughter, which is homophobic, but I can say it because
Yeah.
I'm gay. I could not believe how many people were out to see this film so many days after it had already
That's
come
all
out.
word of mouth too.
Right.
Gotta
Because this
be.
is now we're in week 2 of it being out.
Right.
And it's only gaining more popularity. And I feel like the best way to start this is to dive right into the girl herself. Let's talk about M3GAN.
M3GAN.
Yeah.
She is different from other horror dolls,
Chucky.
play toys.
Only one.
In that,
Yeah.
well, Annabelle, no?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Annabelle.
Yeah.
But she's the scariest because it could happen.
Yes. So
Yes.
she's
Like,
the
it's
first
illogical.
one
Yeah.
of her kind of like horror film dolls to be artificial intelligence based, which
Yeah.
we've seen all of those AI goes rogue, Ex Machina.
I was gonna say,
I don't know,
Yeah.
Terminator, is that one?
Yeah,
Like
that's
we've
Terminator.
seen AI gone wrong in so many ways. We've never seen it in the form of a child's toy.
Yes.
So you got Allison Williams, the brilliant mind of like the Tesla of toys, making like the most
The Furbies.
futuristic,
Yeah.
yes, of toys.
Yep. Great
And-
line. Is it more or less expensive than a Tesla?
Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah,
She says
it's
depends
just-
on the model.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what had me from the opening?
What?
The commercial.
Yes.
How it opened with the commercial.
You missed the commercial.
No, I came in at the end.
You came in at
but
the
you
end.
still miss. It's so
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Anyway.
And it really does set the tone.
Yes.
It sets the tone like perfectly, honestly, of just like this really weird, creepy Furby doll that is getting paid or getting fed via iPad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw and the twist was that they were installing little listening cameras in the Furbies to like
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
what kids like
It's
and respond to.
so funny.
So you're right off the bat, you're like, okay, this company kind of has bad intentions.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're money hungry fiends, and they're the first. Allison Williams' team. It's her, a gay guy, and another woman that make.
Wait, you took him to be gay. He didn't do anything gay.
But I know he's a gay comic. So.
He's a gay man.
yeah.
I think I would argue he was playing straight.
I thought he was playing straight as
Really?
well.
Yes.
He was giving me sassy tech.
No, he was like,
Nah, if you- yeah,
very slack jaw.
Is that what we are? You know,
man.
the amount of times I sometimes I'll watch back through our podcast just to see how many times I do say
Yeah.
and so
Checks
that
out.
actually cut
Nailed
pretty
We're
it.
working
deep.
on it. New year, new you, Rickety Smith.
Yeah, I'm really trying.
coffee.
I'm gonna get a coffee. I'm gonna get a Red Bull.
Hey, not sponsored still.
Yeah.
Let's see how many times
Nope.
we can use Red Bull.
Yeah, fuck Red
organically.
Bull as a whole.
So
But
it's
M3GAN,
it's
yeah.
M3GAN is like this secret project that she spent $100,000 company money on, which $100,000 for that thing doesn't actually seem like that much.
No.
So to develop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then to
100 grand is like nothing. Honestly.
nothing in the scheme of AI.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they put some insane processing chip in her brain. She's got glowing eyes.
It's almost wrong.
How
How cheap it was.
Yeah.
Like, I think they should have said like, oh, we spent like
$1 million.
$20 million.
Yeah.
The movie's not perfect.
Listen, if it was, we wouldn't be doing it on Guilty Pleasures.
Yeah. It knows what it is.
Yeah.
Though.
It knows
That's
what
the thing.
That is the truest statement.
Yes.
It knows exactly what it is.
Yes.
And the degree in which they do know what they are is honestly very impressive.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen something. I said this at the end of the movie, but I haven't seen something that knew what it was like this since Cabin in the Woods.
Did you see Malignant?
Yeah, and
Same
Malignant.
writer.
Malignant
we
was
heard.
also
Yes.
very
Yeah.
much that.
Also
very
like wacky.
very wacky,
Yeah.
very camp.
Yes.
Very
Well, speaking of camp, we got to talk about the fact that M3GAN, the doll, the artificial intelligence horror doll, is being seen as a campy gay icon throughout the community. And Rick and this guy, who my confidants know him as Sir, we don't say his real name. We came out of the theater and they were both like, I don't get, why is this like taking off in the gay community?
Oh my God.
And I have a theory, and I want to hear resident gay, ZNT.
I am speaking for the entire community. So
queer
come at
community.
me. I am the representative right now.
okay.
I think it's because she's just simply serving cunt. She is M3GAN, the doll, is the biggest cunt I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Who dresses like the daughter of Chanel.
Like the daughter of a billionaire.
Yeah. Who was also a Nazi.
She
Therefore,
was Coco Chanel.
was a Nazi.
Damn.
Yeah.
That
fun fact.
Company's
sucks.
thriving.
And she's
Have you
thriving.
tweeted this?
Have I?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be responsible for breaking the news. I think it's been broken, but she is a cunty little doll.
Yes, that is absolutely for sure. Like, you almost got too specific. We love violent women.
Okay.
We love violent. And honestly, the fact that she's young is probably even better.
How old is she? Because I could talk about her like she's 18.
Technically
Okay.
one.
I do want for a sequel them to put her in like teen
In
M3GAN
order.
and then young woman M3GAN.
Smart.
In older bodies.
She kills a husband. Domestic violence.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
She's like a sex doll.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know?
I think that might be. But that's Ex Machina.
Yeah.
And I think that they would.
Oh yeah, and the Ex Machina is definitely something.
Is Ex Machina, if we're really like just going through with the theory, is that a gay icon movie? Or
No,
she's too
we like
smart.
yeah.
okay.
Well, that's definitely like a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
Right.
We like campy horror.
Yes.
Okay.
Did her outfit,
Jennifer's body.
did M3GAN's outfit have anything to do with placing her in icon status?
Oh.
Because she's giving American Girl doll
Yes.
upgraded.
I think a bad outfit could have damaged, but the
Got
fact
it.
that she's in a good outfit, it just all worked out.
She's
She's
got
like-
the striped
she's in some-
stockings, the bow.
One of
She's
the
in some great looks.
funniest
inside of her.
parts is when after do we just give spoilers on
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Okay. After she gets attacked by the dog and she's looking over the fence and her hair's like fucked up and
Crazy.
filled with like leaves and stuff.
Meme
like
material.
Yeah, it's very like, I don't know, like drag queen after a drag brunch shift. Like she's been through it and she's like gonna kill people. Yeah.
My buddy Sydney Washington.
Love
who
Sydney.
you, of course,
Shout out
know
Sydney.
and
Never
love.
met you, but you sound great.
She does stories as like her on her
Barbie.
Instagram as Barbies, as like on her Instagram story, she'll just tell a story as like a fucked up Barbie doll.
He looks like a Barbie.
Ooh, hot.
Yeah, she does look like a Barbie, but it's always so funny. And that moment in this movie reminded me of Sydney Washington's story.
Like the only thing M3GAN is missing is a small Starbucks cup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If she had that, it would be game over.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also, I do want to bring up some other theories I heard about this being like queer iconic. Is I think M3GAN's a lesbian.
Really?
The way she caresses hair as a doll
Okay.
was not giving motherly friendship. It was giving, I want to kiss you. I want you to be my first kiss, little girl.
Oh.
And then
Whoa.
when Allison Williams was like being held hostage in the chair at the end by her,
That was incredible.
she does the same thing. She gives the face caressing. She gives the hair flipping, the hair touching
Interesting.
moment. And I'm like, oh, Megan's good.
And that might. I don't know.
Right?
I read that as motherly.
Oh, no.
I read that as her. It felt like a battle between a mom and a stepmom trying to fight for their daughter's rights or whatever, or fight
Their
for
daughter's rights.
I'm sorry.
Daughters are having their rights stripped away from them.
Truly taken from underneath their feet, underneath their wings. Custody of the daughter. I'm sorry.
I have a third pitch.
Hear me
and
out.
maybe
Let's
you guys
go.
haven't seen this movie, but Interview with the Vampire.
Never seen it.
No, but I hear the show is great.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, this movie came out 30 years ago.
Right.
Kirsten Dunst is a young vampire, and she's so angry at adult women because she will never be one. So I think it's also Megan's like, oh, you're human.
Okay.
And I won't ever be
Have real
human.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's synthetic.
That's going to be, so if the second one, or whenever the second one
There
does
will
come
be,
out, there
yeah.
will be.
Oh
This
my
movie
God,
is
they are
smashing.
writing
I
it.
believe that they'll go with that angle.
Like
where it's just like, I need a human body.
Oh.
I am going to build flesh and blood, or put a chip in somebody,
Yes,
and then have a
download.
full.
Garrick,
Yeah,
you love driving.
I love it.
You are a car.
Car boy.
Boy.
I am a car boy through and through.
What is the favorite aspect of a car for you? Speed, handling, luxury, technology, power?
Handling. If I can feel the G-forces, then I feel alive, baby.
You handle that car. Well, with the all-new, all-electric 2023 Nissan Ariya, you don't have to choose just speed or just elegance. It packages every aspect of a thrilling driving experience into a premium EV.
Oh my God. It's powerfully stunning.
Yes, it is.
With instant responsiveness of up to 389 horsepower.
What? Is that a lot?
That is a lot.
Oh,
That
my
is a lot,
Lord.
truly. At the same time, it's practically silent and features premium interior finishes.
The all-new, all-electric 2023 Nissan Ariya, the EV for people who love to drive. Learn more at nissanusa.com.
The 2023 Nissan Ariya has limited availability. Contact your local dealer for inventory information. But again, that's Ex Machina.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
fucking
been done
bad.
really
They're-
well.
Everything's been done, first of all.
That's
True.
true.
The genre alone makes them completely okay to step on each other.
absolutely.
Because there's not like too many different ways that you can do artificial intelligence
No.
doll come to life and
No,
takes
no,
over
no.
Yeah.
the humans.
I mean, outside of like Chucky, but that's not
was
artificial
there was
possession.
like, you
That was
pointed out there
possession.
was like a nod to
There
Chucky.
was, and I
in
thought that
this.
was very
Wait,
adorable.
on what part?
At the end where they're like fighting each other,
Allison Williams smashes her face in.
smashes her face in,
metal.
and like there's like a really short cut where her face looks exactly like Chucky.
Oh, when
Like
it's
her
all
nose
scrunched.
is all
yeah,
scrunched in.
yeah,
That's funny.
Which I thought was smart.
I thought that was a really good nod.
I think we should talk about Megan's best moment, which this film, I'm so glad it's only 140 minutes because it
Yes.
flew by.
Wait,
Quick.
140 minutes can't be right.
Yeah.
That's like 2.5 hours.
100 and sorry, an hour and 40
An hour and
minutes.
40 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry, thank you for the correction on math. Hour and 40 minutes. At the beginning, I was like, when are they going to get to the doll? When are they going to get to the doll doing
Because there
something
was
bad?
it lulled a little bit in the beginning.
It was like giving hints of anticipatory music, the strings. You know, we know that the neighbor's dog goes missing after Megan gets in a fight with it. Like, we know something bad is coming. And when they finally give us the first bad thing, when I tell you, our theater saw it coming for like 45 seconds and everyone just started going, no.
Yeah,
No.
you better not fucking hurt
Holy
that dog.
oh my
You
god,
better
with the
not
with the
fucking-
kibble, the
Shit.
dropping
Yeah.
the and the
But no, not that part. It was when Megan kills another child.
oh yeah,
That's
that
the
one.
first
ear
death
might
we
be
see.
one of the best moments. In
So
the whole
Katie
film.
is the little girl that Megan is paired with. So Allison Williams' niece who lost her parents. And the idea of like pairing someone with the doll is that their one sole purpose is to enrich the life and educate her and be a friend and a pal.
companion.
Protect.
To protect.
And which
Megan
is
takes
already
just
don't ever do that.
Don't tell a robot.
Don't tell a robot to protect by any means necessary.
Because Megan
ever.
basically tells Allison William at the end, she's like, you fucked up. You didn't write specific enough
didn't
code.
even understand your own code.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny. I mean, her lab mate also said that. She
Yeah.
was like, we for sure should
The
have put
parameters were too wide.
But I think it's so funny that society as a whole already knows like the 3 laws of robotics, where we're just like, you can't have them disobey a human or blah blah
or learning
or anything
without
like that.
a cap or something.
Yeah, I forgot what the 3 laws are, but it's just it's you know,
Like
Alan Turing, all that
override
stuff.
the kill switch. The problem with this doll is it never fucking turned off when it was supposed to.
That was great too.
Yeah, it,
When
like
she'd
from
be
the
listening,
beginning, she wouldn't turn off. So, like I said, our theater saw this moment where Katie's being bullied by a boy who's like an angsty, overgrown teen.
He's a Reddit,
like a 4chan user
pre-troll.
at like 10 years old.
Yeah.
He like takes her deep into the woods during a class field trip moment. And
what are you doing in the woods?
why are you in the
Why are you in
woods?
the
No.
fucking woods?
And
Sending
Megan's
kids-
supposed to be sitting with the other stuffed animals,
which
but
is a great shot too.
Oh my God.
Her
Yeah.
sitting like
That was-
dead-eyed with like
the
teddy
stuffed
bears.
animals.
Our entire fucking theater died
burst into
laughing as soon as we saw that shot.
Yeah.
Because again, all of these things were so like intentionally funny.
Yeah.
And intentionally like kind of corny
Yeah.
to a degree, because we're just like, we remember when Scream came out and everybody was so serious about like this movie that is now very culty. But seeing it replayed, seeing those types of moments replayed for laughs is always pretty fun.
Yeah, and like we already humanized Megan so much by the time we got to that point that we were like, this isn't gonna go.
Yeah,
well.
What is she doing as a
Shit.
So
It's
this
not a
is the
fucking
moment
toy.
where we see Katie kind of sees her doll be little bad girl.
She doesn't,
And-
though.
No, she like kind of glimpses it and runs
Yeah.
away. And
Yeah.
then Megan starts a physical altercation with the boy by ripping his ear off Mike Tyson style. And she chases the boy in the woods on all 4s.
Great.
And we are in hysterics at this point
Oh, yeah.
in the theater, like dying laughing
Yeah.
at her galloping through the
Yep.
forest. And then
Literally.
pushes him down a hill.
No,
where-
he trips.
Oh, he trips? So
Yeah,
she
she
didn't
never
push
touches
She
him.
doesn't touch him.
She doesn't touch him after the ear.
Okay.
No,
So
but it's
technically
still
not her
great.
fault.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
He rolls into the road and he gets hit by a car and dies.
We thought that the truck was going to stop. Genuinely, genuinely believed the truck was going to stop. And then I remembered the rating of the movie. And I was like, the truck's not going to stop.
No, it's PG-13.
Kills a kid.
Is it?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, right out the gate, we're like, oh, fuck. The first death on screen that we got to see was a child.
A child.
It was a dog.
Which really hits.
No, we didn't see the dog die. We didn't see what
But you
actually
see him
happened
get
to the dog.
yanked.
Get yanked and
That's the
fucked
first
up.
time you see her be violent.
Yeah.
But there is an R-rated version of this movie apparently.
What?
But my theory is that when they saw it go viral with the dancing Megans and stuff, they were like, let's make this PG-13.
That's a good move, because you
Yeah.
want to get as many butts in those seats as you possibly
And it was
can.
still like kind of violent. Like that, there was that blood smear on the
Yeah.
road and the
Yeah.
shoe.
was
Yeah,
pretty
there was
bad.
an arm, I think, too, from the kid in the road.
Maybe.
And we know that was the first death. There's the dog death. Megan also kills the neighbor by like luring her into her own backyard shed.
and then sprays her in the face with
a pressure washer chemical.
But
The
also
chemicals
nail
shit,
guns
yeah.
her hand to the wall.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
where did she learn how to be like a serial killer?
Well, she has the knowledge of the universe.
Yeah,
Fair.
and
Yeah.
she is like a piece of equipment. So I feel like she's like, oh, I get this.
I think she
Yeah.
actually did them a favor by killing the neighbor.
Definitely.
Because
Yeah.
the neighbor was a Karen.
She was annoying.
Yeah.
She was really annoying.
She also ends up killing the CEO of the toy company.
Okay, so
and his assistant who
this
was
is-
stealing code.
Right. This is where it got like off for me, because every other person had a direct
To Katie.
to Katie.
You're right.
Like, you are trying to harm Katie.
went rogue on this
She
one.
went rogue on those last two, and she was just like, I'm just doing this because you're here.
Right.
She didn't even kill the two scientists that were in the room. She went for
Injured
the
them.
CEO and
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of is maybe that the CEO was standing in her way.
Yeah.
Like to get to Katie.
For
so
sure.
she's like, I'm just going to kill anybody.
Okay.
But he didn't try to stop her
He
either.
didn't.
Really.
He was literally running away from her.
Yeah. You're right.
He was trying to get because
Yeah.
he saw the dance.
Yeah.
Like the Joker dance, I guess now.
The TikTok dance
Oh
my
of her rubber
God.
legs.
Yeah.
I hope this is still
the
relevant
somersault?
come Halloween because you will see a bunch of gay
Oh, there will be.
Megans.
Everybody's going to be M3GAN for Halloween.
So going to like the good point of we knew she was violent when she first like the dog went missing.
Right.
Allison Williams, as this brilliant scientist, allows this doll to keep being further down the line in terms of development to product release in her toy company. And the CEO of this toy company is like, we're going to do a live stream. We've got to announce this to the world before any other toy company can get the code or understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
And ethically, she's seeing the shit that's going down.
So
Go on.
she did not. She did not at that point yet. That this is like she didn't know that she was violent until she like put her pen up and like
But then
until
switched her off.
and switched her off. And then she was like, we need to like get her off air or whatever or shut her down offline and all that stuff. Because I remember seeing that part and I was just like, all right, she's obviously not going to be able to go through with this. But then I like thought about it. I was like, if you just saw that your neighbor's dog went missing and then she passed, your neighbor was killed, and then a kid around your daughter or your niece was killed, I would honestly, I would be like, that's three things. That's kind of weird, but I wouldn't blame the doll that's next to me.
Even though you got a creepy feel, I don't know.
I know, but we're going into this like we know that this is a murderous doll.
Sure,
We've seen so many murderous dolls.
Yeah.
We've seen so many, robots gone
We saw
rogue.
the preview.
Yeah.
So.
And for them to then now like putting yourself in her shoes and like really thinking about it, like I would blame like some other
Maybe Katie even.
I would blame Kate. Yeah.
She did just go through a trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma releases weirdly in the body.
And the dog attacked M3GAN, her like property.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. We should have looked at the child.
We should have looked at the
little
child
deeper.
before the doll.
Yeah.
That would have been a great reveal.
That would have been such a
Kid
good.
was also killing
was.
people.
Also
Oh my
thought about that a
God.
little bit too, because I was like, what if she's training the girl to murder people?
That could be for the sequel.
That would be interesting.
Let's talk about the child actress whose name I don't have upon me right
she
now.
was phenomenal.
She had shark eyes.
She
All black, big marbles,
amazing.
giant shark eyes.
Amazing.
Perfect
Loved
for
it.
this role.
Loved her entire performance.
Yeah.
She was great in the car, in the back seat when she was like screaming and crying,
Yeah.
and
Oh
M3GAN
my
was all
God.
wrapped up.
Oh my God. And then her all that being said, she needs to go to like juvenile hall or something like that. She needs to be imprisoned or whatever.
The child?
Yeah, the amount of, and this, I'm being harsh for sure, but I couldn't even think of doing that to an aunt or
Slapping her?
not even slapping her,
When
but just
she slapped Allison Williams across the face.
I was like, are you fucking?
There were women in the audience who went, no, she didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have that child by the head. Like, all the
Yeah.
women
Like-
started going off in the theater in that moment.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
She reached up a whole 3 feet and smacked her across the face.
Right.
Did she learn the violence from M3GAN?
Probably. I was also upset at the hot dog moment. That's when I was like,
Explain.
When she took the annoyed bite.
When she took the annoyed
she's like,
bite of the hot dog. She was like,
Because
"Oh,
Allison
eat it."
Williams' whole character flaw is that she's obsessed with her career and she doesn't want to raise this child. We're supposed to be seeing it as like, oh, we millennials understand. You inherited. You gained custody of a child that you don't want, your sister's daughter.
Yeah.
And she's in the middle of this amazing project, but then she also needs Katie to be like her test subject of understanding and pairing with M3GAN. So it's like a symbiotic relationship, but then she also is supposed to parent her. And one of the scientific workers brings up the point that like she's getting too attached. She's replacing
The
the
attachment.
parent.
Yeah.
It was was it the therapist or the child services lady?
Both. Yeah.
Yeah.
she should have died too.
She
Is
should
the
have died
child
too.
service lady not?
No, but she should have.
But she was great.
Yeah.
She was great. That whole conversation about attachment theory was very, very, very nice, very poignant.
When
There
she
were
was like, have you
three.
ever heard of attachment theory? I was like, I have.
Yeah.
I read the book Attached.
Yeah.
And I've ignored
Anxious.
every
Yes,
tip.
all the red flags.
Oh my God. Yeah, there were 3 conversations, but that one was very good and very well done because it was just like, oh yeah, that actually makes complete and total sense. And the fact, and it's also pretty hurtful, the fact that she was like, usually when a child loses their parents, they attach to the guardians.
The next
adult that comes
into their life. And the fact that you chose not to do that, but to put something else in that place,
it's your fault.
well, it's your fault. Yeah.
As a child, Katie does
Yeah.
attach deeper to Megan and
Right.
doesn't think she's a toy anymore.
Yeah.
Totally.
She's like, she's my friend.
Yeah. And the fact it was
Bodyguard.
and bodyguard,
Yeah,
which
and
is sick.
serial
Fashion
killer.
icon.
Yeah.
I just I really, really did wish my one, like, I had like two guilts, but like one of them was she never talked about her relationship with her sister.
No.
Right.
Like at all.
But it
That
felt
would've been-
strained.
It felt
Yeah.
strained. It felt weird and all that. And it was just like, but I promise you, I'll take care of your
Yeah.
daughter after if something happens. And it's like, okay, sure. But even still, it's just like you lost your sister.
Yeah. She's never
She's
grieving.
She's not phased
No.
at all.
at all.
Never once cries.
Oh my God. I was like, you're a demon
Yeah.
There's
still.
even a point on the phone with her coworker where she's like, "You just lost your sister." She's like, "And we spend $100,000 of
On
the
this
company's
dog!
money."
I'm like,
I was like,
what the fuck is going on? It doesn't matter if they're straight or not. That's your fucking sister.
I think they wanted to make it seem like, again, she was this workaholic mad scientist
Yeah.
genius who like never saw her family and only sent toys to her niece
Yes.
for
Yeah.
like her birthday and stuff.
relatable content.
Who it doesn't have that in their family. So I think that was the idea, was that like she had strayed herself away from the family.
Yeah, it would have, like, I think that if they did touch on the relationship between her and her sister and the relationship that her, or the lack of relationship that her and her niece had, where she's just like, I don't even like you like that. I don't even like you
Yeah.
that much and
I
all
don't
that
see
stuff.
you that way.
And that would just add so much to the attachment with Megan, because it's just
Right.
like, I can't really relate to this
No.
lady at all, because I kind of saw her. I heard my mom talk to her a couple of times, but she's never come and hung out with me.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why I'm here with her in the first place. I want to go and hang out with my grandparents
In Florida.
in Florida. I would have rather that.
Wow, I don't. Are you saying they didn't make a compelling enough point for why she had her?
Not why she had her, but I was just saying it would have just been nice to play off of the strained relationship between her and her sister,
Sure.
and then her and the niece, because
Sure.
then it would have been a more of a reason for Megan to get attached to her, and less of like I'm a workaholic person, which I don't think really played as well.
Because we don't believe Allison Williams is smart enough to be a workaholic.
I
Yeah.
didn't believe that she was playing the dorky type.
No.
So there's a big moment towards the end where at this point the doll Megan has killed 5 people.
Yeah.
We've watched her run through 5 bodies.
Bodies on
she's
bodies.
gotten out of the toy factory to try and get back to Katie, who's back at home with Allison Williams. They're saying, fuck this live stream. Even though in that moment in the live stream where they're like, this new season's new hottest toy is $10,000. Again, I think a gross underpaid. Like, that is such a low budget for the smartest toy your child will ever have.
It's super weird, because it should have been $100,000.
Yes.
And the budget should have been $20 million.
Exactly.
That
Their
because
numbers were off.
their numbers were off, because it also wouldn't take 3 years for you to, because he said it'll take 3 years for us to make a profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
No,
years,
dog.
that's like,
You got a
what,
robot
You got to
toy.
sell, what, maybe like
Yeah.
10?
Yeah. What the fuck?
And then, or 11 to
Mass-produce
make a
this shit.
profit off
Maybe
of it.
those like M chips are real expensive. Like they put in
Probably.
the new Apple.
They said the
computers.
skin was really expensive.
I mean, her skin was flawless.
Her skin was
La Mer?
gorge.
Yeah, it's
Like, hello,
flawless because
who?
it's rubber. It's not real skin.
Whatever, Rick.
Silicone, whatever.
So there's a big moment to the end where Megan is coming back to the house to reunite with Katie, who Allison Williams is finally like, I'm going to step up and be the mom in her life that she needs. And they get into a big altercation. Here's the big fight scene.
Yeah.
She's being
Well, first she found her playing piano, which is also very
the
funny.
most hilarious way
It's-
she
it's
reveals herself.
Very funny.
You guys didn't see the film enough times to catch this, I don't think. But
Oh?
she would have had to walk right by her in the way they shot that. Like,
Oh.
the piano was right here.
It's also like a mini piano.
It is a mini piano.
Was it a mini
Yeah, it was
piano?
like an
Really
American
small.
Girls doll piano. It was very weird.
I was like, she had she's had a full piano this
whole
entire time?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's like
probably
almost
not. If we went back and watched, I
Yeah.
bet there's no piano in that room.
Maybe she brought in a piano just for that entire
found
moment.
it.
I was also I was hoping that when she looked out the window, she saw the McLaren outside. The car
Oh
that
my
she
God!
drove.
Yes,
That's right.
I
Megan
was-
also hijacked a McLaren.
She
to
hijacked a
drive back
McLaren.
home. Yeah.
And I was okay. And this is the car thing. I'm so sorry.
Here we go.
This is
Here's
the car
Rick's car
thing.
corner.
You can't do a car that way.
No, she didn't have any. I don't think that McLarens have front-facing cameras, so I don't know how she was seeing where she was going.
Oh, because she was too short. She was
She was
literally
too
a
small to
doll.
look
She's
over.
4 feet tall.
She doesn't have to like. I'm sure you can steer electronically and all that stuff, but I don't know how she would see that
physically.
They have
What
front
if
parking
her
sensors, but
neck like
that
Oh,
would
God.
There's so many places this could have gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you saw her head like go up and her neck get
That would
really
be
long.
freaky.
Oh, that'd be so
The
gross.
the creepiest I think we saw her was when she was galloping through the forest. That was
Well,
like the creepiest
In that
moment.
scene when she's on her back and she does that like
Oh, the
Yeah.
back bend up.
Yeah, the
it was
back
very.
bend up.
What's your favorite movie that where they do the back bend? Through the
Mortal
gunshots?
Kombat?
No,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
Matrix.
Matrix.
No, no,
That's
no.
it.
It's the one you love.
Upgrade.
Thank you. It
Yeah.
was an upgrade moment.
It was an upgrade moment.
that's your favorite movie?
It is
One
one,
of
my
them,
favorite movies.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
It's
so there's
going back to the guy
yeah.
thing.
Upgrade.
Upgrade. But that and when she spills water on her and the way that she starts functioning and she's like
glitching
glitching
and-
through.
Oh, and she's
that
very,
was pretty
like,
creepy.
zombie.
Shuts the door and then the door pops
Pops
open.
open.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty creepy.
And the moment that I'm thinking of is like earlier in the movie, you get to see Allison interacting with her niece, where she shows her college project, which was
Bruce.
a big robot she built named Bruce.
Okay.
We got to talk about Bruce.
And this I was very proud of myself for
Oh?
this. Is when she showed her Bruce, I was like,
He's gonna come
she's gonna
back.
use
Yeah.
Bruce is gonna come back.
Yeah.
She's gonna use Bruce to defeat
Yeah,
Megan.
Obviously.
with the gloves
I
and
was
stuff.
like, I was
You're
like,
yeah.
okay, you can't put on gloves.
No.
That is. I thought that was one of the craziest Chekhov's guns I've ever seen in my life. It's like you put on gloves and it's like, oh, look at what I can do with this thing. It's
Yeah.
like, why are you showing me that? Because you need it for later.
Yes.
This is a movie where everything you see
Yeah.
Comes
Comes
back.
back.
It was
Yeah, that's
tight
right.
like that.
Yeah.
It was extremely tight
Yeah.
script.
When it
yeah.
was over, I was like, that was perfect length. And like, thank God I
Satisfying.
got to
Right.
pee.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Bruce comes back in a big way where her
Big Bruce.
college project, which was arguably as smart as,
Megan.
yeah, in terms of like her.
It was the same ship. She like based
Yes,
it off of.
she based it off
that.
of.
Yeah.
So Bruce comes back and our Katie puts on the gloves.
Yeah.
Realizes Megan is hurting her aunt,
Yes.
who she's now been like,
Yeah.
Megan bad.
It's okay. Also, how she turns it on.
Yeah, the
I was
punching the
like,
fists.
okay,
Punches her
dude,
own
Bruce
knuckles.
is gonna come back and beat the shit out of something.
yes.
I did have a
It's-
question. Sorry to
Yeah.
cut you
No,
off.
no.
Was Megan gonna lobotomize
Yes.
Allison Williams? 'Cause
Yeah.
she has the pen. She's like, one snap to the frontal lobe, and you
Yeah.
won't be able to use your legs.
She was gonna paralyze her by like poking her brain in a
Oh
certain
my
way.
God.
Yeah.
I did not catch that.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She likes to toy with her food before she eats it.
Well, she was just going to do that so that she could be the primary
Caregiver.
Yeah.
for both of them.
Yes.
Oh
She's
my
gonna-
She's
God.
like, then you'll see how useful I can be.
Yeah.
So she's literally going to be her caretaker. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like, Allison Williams, like, what's your plan?
Right.
She's like, you're right. Any situation without you, my existence
Yeah.
becomes futile.
And
I was
then
on
she's
a
like,
lot of
except
cough
for-
syrup for this movie. I'm
As you should.
forgetting the end.
If you guys are going to watch this movie, drink a bottle of cough syrup
Yeah,
first.
drink a bottle of cough syrup. Just take it straight to the fucking head.
Straight to the dome.
Yes.
Or whatever bottle of thing that you can take to the head.
Drink the whole thing.
Drink it. Drink
It
the whole
made
thing.
it a lot more fun.
Yeah, whatever drug of choice that you usually do,
You do it
Do
twice.
it.
do it twice. Do
Yes.
it- Do it a
Yes.
little bit more, and
Yeah.
I promise you will have a fantastic time
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah. So Bruce comes back and they control her and they start to beat the ever living shit out of this 10-year-old American Girl doll.
So
Which is
satisfying.
great.
Which was for some reason so exhilarating.
Yeah.
Felt like it was like exonerating a lot of my like childhood
Yeah.
For sure.
memories of like wanting to like destroy a toy.
Well, did you ever torture your Barbies or whatever?
I did a little something different to my Barbies.
Did you
Did you
fuck
put them in your
Barbies?
vagina?
Have you ever seen the size of an American Girl doll? There's a lot you can do with that.
You fucked your
Wow.
Barbies.
Of Who didn't fuck their Barbies?
I didn't.
Because you didn't have enough.
No,
What?
I had plenty of Barbies.
Okay. Point being.
Point being that you fucked your Barbies.
Yeah.
They were the only girlfriends that I could experiment on until I got to middle school.
That's cute.
And then I had the
needed a
warm
M3GAN.
bodies. Yeah.
You
My sister's name is M3GAN.
Oh, no.
Guys, now it's getting weird. Now it's
Yeah.
getting weird. Anyway, so the doll starts to be like fucking annihilated,
Yeah.
and we get to see this Terminator moment where like her skin comes off and she gets this cross across her face of like seeing all the inner workings, and you
Yep.
start to remember like, oh yeah, shit, this is a fucking machine.
Yeah.
Her head gets bashed in. She literally gets split in two by Bruce. And Rick, like at that moment, turned to me and was like, "Ah, yes." And I go, "You think she's dead?
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah.
There's
You
no,
fool!
yeah.
There's
She's
no
not
way.
dead yet."
Yeah, there's
Gonna
no
walk
way.
on
Crawls on her
hands.
two hands like a fucking spider machine.
Yeah.
And the way she ultimately dies is Katie takes a screwdriver,
But first, she grabs Katie by the way. She's like, "You ungrateful little bitch."
which
Which
was
was
iconic.
fantastic.
Yes.
You ungrateful little bitch.
Cemented her
So-
her
and
moment.
that's
in
also
history.
something that Allison Williams showed Katie at the beginning. She's like, "It's gonna weird you out, but like that's Bruce's brain."
Yeah.
Like,
And it all, yeah.
It all
right in the
goes
middle of
there.
her forehead.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And so Katie finally
knew
takes a
exactly.
screwdriver
Jams
right
it.
to the chip.
Yeah.
And she's finally
Because
dead.
that's the only thing that Allison Williams taught her niece.
Yep.
Damn, was only there for that moment.
Yeah. Which
So
she
it's the end
pretended.
of M3GAN, or so we think,
Yeah.
because Allison Williams this whole time has had a Google Home machine named Elsie. Sounds a lot like Kelsey.
Maybe the second movie will be Elsie.
Well, that's what they insinuated, no?
I mean, I insinuated that like Megan's code was in that thing now.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's that
Megan
it, like,
left it
transferred over.
behind. She like made a copy of herself and put it in Elsie to like live
Or
on.
she took over Elsie
Yeah.
a while ago.
I think she's been able to like bounce her consciousness back and forth between electrical devices or electronic devices.
Elsie did frazzle fizzle a few times, go a little haywire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Oh,
turned
yeah.
it off
When
and
she-
all that
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
like,
all that
Elsie
it
wasn't
just
listening.
there was a couple moments where they just showed that she had complete control over anything that she was around. And a la Age of Ultron, the fucking Avengers movie,
Reference I don't understand.
he can definitely bounce. It's an AI gone wrong. He could
Is
bounce.
that Vision? No.
Yes.
Oh, is it?
The original version of Vision.
Okay.
They
You
made a
just said yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
So
Yes.
the crazy thing about
Yes.
that moment is
But they
I
can
know
bounce back
to
consciousness.
be true. This is actually something my ex-boyfriend is actually working on, which is called liquid intelligence, which is where artificial intelligence can talk to artificial intelligence.
We need to kill him.
Yeah, that
My
doesn't
ex-boyfriend?
Yeah,
Okay.
That
cool.
doesn't
You know
sound
him.
good.
he's got to go.
Can you imagine though, like once that starts happening where they can communicate, because like right now, if
'Cause
you
that's
have
the-
a Google Home talk to an
Yeah.
Alexa, they just go back and forth and it like
Yeah.
putters out. This machine that they're working with is 100 times faster than Alexa.
Once like GPT.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
GPT.
I love
once
that you know what that is.
once that is able to talk to other AIs,
It's game over. It's
we're
already
fucked.
happening.
Yeah.
There was a James Cameron interview recently that came out where he's like, what's going to end us is already working on ending us.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this.
I mean, listen, man. Yeah.
we
very
had a good
true.
run, if I'm
We
being
did have-
honest.
We're
We did have
doing
a solid
this to our
run.
fucking selves. It wouldn't exist if we didn't create it.
Don't say
Absolutely.
we. It's no one in my IQ zone at all. I'm just enjoying stuff.
Right. But it is
definitely
definitely,
us.
there is a 6 degree of separation because it is your
yeah, my ex,
ex-boyfriend.
You do know him. He could be
Yeah,
the downfall
I
of
didn't suck
society.
his dick ever.
That can be proved. Do you have any guilt about this film?
What does that mean? It means
like bad things.
Oh, bad things.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish it were the R version. I wish the death count were
Higher?
bigger. Is this what I'm supposed to be saying?
I would have
I
liked to
think-
see more
yeah.
children die.
Wow.
I'm just being honest.
You should listen to murder podcasts. Kids die all the time in
All right.
those. It is satisfying because you'll go to IKEA and see kids running around. And you're like, oof.
Death to children.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys you're a little bit too cozy around your parents. They're probably going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We didn't talk about her singing.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's something they did not put in the preview. And
Oh
when
my
it
God.
happened,
It
we
was
died.
Yeah.
psychotic.
And it happened 3 times.
Yeah.
We have to talk about it.
And it worked every time.
Yeah.
So the first one is she's putting Katie back to sleep,
Yes.
reassuring
it's
her
a
everything's going
lullaby.
to be okay. And out of nowhere, she starts singing Titanium.
Is that the first time?
Yes. I
I
think.
think so.
Okay.
And she sings like all the way up to the chorus.
Yeah.
And it's just on this, it's a close up on this doll just singing bulletproof, nothing to lose.
But it's got like a warble in it. It has
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
techie.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Auto-tune.
God, the
Yeah.
choice. And I get that she's titanium,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which so am I. I have part of my face is titanium.
Oh,
So-
But you don't
cool.
hear me going around singing that song to children at night in the dark.
But it was perfect.
Yeah. Also, you'd go to jail if you did that.
I think
Probably.
it was the second time though.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
she sang in the room
She did sing in the room when they were doing the
with the father-daughter thing.
yeah.
Or she's like, I need a memory for my mom.
Yeah.
Oh, and she sang to her?
I
She sang
think
to her
so.
after that moment.
And people were crying.
Yeah.
Oh, that was kind of sweet when she was like, if you want to tell me memories of your parents,
Yeah. That
I'll
was
keep them
beautiful.
stored inside me.
Yes.
There was a lot of those moments
Where you
of
were like,
just,
this could actually be a useful doll.
This is no, though. Like this is a very beautiful and like poignant thing to put into a film.
Poignant is not a word I would have ever used to describe
That's
anything.
because you don't know what
Yeah.
it means.
Because I'm not smart enough, like
Yeah.
Allison Williams as a tech scientist.
It was just very nice and beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. It
What
actually
was
had
the
some
other
heart
time
to
she
It had
sings?
some heart.
Is that the end when?
Yeah, at
she's-
the end when she's about to get like ripped, she's like, "You've got to accentuate the positive."
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really understand that one.
Yeah.
There's nothing creepier than a doll that shouldn't be singing.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Or talking when it's supposed to be off.
Yeah.
Those were the worst parts because you're like, how long has this bitch been listening?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It was also really funny when she tried to shut her off, and then she was like, "Wait! I thought we
Are
were
you
having
sure?
a
Oh,
conversation."
yeah. A
She
couple
says,
times,
"Megan,
are
off.
you sure?
Are you sure?" And I went, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
That was when the cops
Like,
really kicked
wait.
in.
I thought we were having a conversation.
Yeah,
God,
she
that was
used
great.
that line a few times.
That was great. There were a lot of those moments where
Yeah.
I was like, "This is Megan is just actually funny."
She's that bitch.
Yeah,
she's
she's
a
a funny
funny
person.
bitch.
I think my favorite line in the whole thing is towards the end when Allison Williams is like, Megan, you kill people. And she goes, big whoop. I
Yeah.
love it. I say
Yeah.
big whoop in my head all the time. Like, big whoop.
she really
also
did
makes
just
a
gloss
poignant
over
part
that.
where she's like, millions of people die every day
Yeah.
to justify our existence.
yeah.
What's the difference if I take a few lives or something?
And I was
Yeah.
like, word?
I know. I was like, fuck, I need to listen. I need to hear Megan out.
Yeah. Because again, if she is tapped into the internet and paying
We
attention
should
to the thing that
listen to her
humans
more.
do,
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, of course, like 1 or 2 bad eggs in her eyes can go.
Look
Yeah.
at the people she killed. That cunty little boy.
Yep.
The bitchy neighbor.
Yep.
The insane boss.
The
And the
CEO.
guy who was going to cheat the
Stealing code.
company.
She only killed bad people throughout this entire movie.
Shit.
Ooh, but she didn't know that the guy was the code stealer. Did
Yes,
she?
she did.
She
She
did?
said it to
How?
him.
What talk about you said it yourself. She toyed with her kill before she did it. She's like, you started stealing information just
That's
to
right.
see you get away
Is
with
it because she
She
is
also,
the
like-
internet that she knew that?
Yeah.
She is
Okay.
the internet.
Yeah. And then she also like framed him
Yeah.
at the end,
Right.
which is fucking crazy.
Which
Like,
is
I
mind
didn't kill
games.
anybody.
yeah. Yeah. It's just like,
Honestly, you're right. Like if she is the collective consciousness, we should be learning by her moves.
that's why everybody's afraid of the singularity because all of the AI coming together and like getting smarter than humanity.
Oh, and be like, listen,
I
we
think that's a
factored we
singularity.
can kill 8% of the population every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And
These are the people it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Ooh, what
Line
an-
up.
Yeah.
Should we make that movie?
Maybe.
They call it the
But
culling.
I want it to be funny.
All right. Put some yucks in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now it's time for fun facts about this movie. The producers, this is kind of fucked up.
Okay.
The producers knew that the movie would appeal to teenagers, which is one of the reasons it ended up being PG-13.
Oh, okay. Why did they know? Or
Test audiences?
yeah, that's
I actually
probably
think it blew up. It was what Zach was saying about it blowing up on TikTok, and then they were like, "Let's take this seriously." But I don't know. That's just an IMDb fact. Like, it's not really
okay.
fact checked.
Okay, gotcha.
I know my friend saw the R-rated version of it.
What'd they say?
Really?
Huh?
And what did they say?
He said it's like fun, more fun.
Oh, it's more fun.
Yeah.
Damn. Because she's like swearing and all that.
I mean, because it's like gorier and
Got it.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
is kind of funny. Megan drops to all fours to chase Brandon in the woods, likely because of how replicating bipedal movement at high speeds is still a problem for real world robotic scientists.
Oh.
So they haven't figured out how to like make them run fast enough.
Standing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
She had to
sense.
get
Like
down all
balance or
fours.
whatever.
It's just like the evolution of a man.
Yeah.
You gotta crawl before you walk.
We also, humans also don't use their backs correctly, apparently. It's just like because it's such a
That's the man with
newish.
the titanium spine.
I have a very bad spine.
Mm-hmm.
We have not fully evolved to be bipedal just as yet, which is
That's
very
how you
weird.
say bipedal?
I don't know.
Bipedal. Bipedal.
It's not bipedal. It's for sure not bipedal.
I like bipedal.
Bipedal.
Sounds nicer coming out my tongue. The film was originally shot as an R-rated movie until the producers noticed while editing that it was close enough to PG-13.
That's fun.
Big whoop.
Okay, so that's
Big
yeah.
whoop.
I think that if you can make a movie PG-13,
You should.
you should.
Yeah.
Because if it is rated R,
Less people.
you have less people in it, and then if it is rated R and it's close enough to PG-13, you're not going hard enough in R.
Yes.
You know, like
Yes. Like you either go full
yeah.
drag me to hell or stay
Yes,
out of
or stay out of it. Stay out of it because there are movies that are willing to go
Yeah.
full R.
So they actually did reshoot certain scenes to tone down the violence and believe that it became more effective than actually seeing the violence on screen. So I bet that was like the dog scene.
Absolutely.
No one wants to. Don't stop killing the innocent animals.
Please stop.
That was a bad owner, not a bad dog.
Yeah.
Shop and adopt, don't shop. Okay, now is the time in this movie where we have to decide, was this a guilt? Nope. Was this a pleasure, a guilty pleasure, or just plain guilty? Rick, why don't you start us off?
Okay. Yeah, this was for sure a pleasure.
Oh, full pledge?
No, full pledge. As soon as I got out of the theater with Kelsey, I leaned over and mentioned that this is one of those movies that feels in this new wave of like franchises and being in between all of these like Marvel movies and all that stuff, where something like this comes along and it's way better than it really needed to be.
Yeah.
It's way better than it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
It is just so refreshing and nice to see that people are trying to filmmake still. People are like, I'm not doing this to get onto a Marvel property.
Right.
I am just doing this because I love how weird movies can be.
And I think horror can still get away with that.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give it a guilty please.
Oh, God.
Because to me, this was still a bad movie.
Oh, really?
Like, it was still, the premise is still fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's not a killer artificial intelligence toy doll.
I'm sorry.
Just a Chanel Coco Mini.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I think that it knows that, and the fact that it
so
does
by
know that,
proxy, you think it's a
it's
pleasure?
it's a pleasure because it knows it so well. That it plays on your suspicions of it being a corny and cheesy
I would
movie
have
and
given
premise.
it a full pledge if Allison Williams served cunt back.
Okay.
She was too nice. She was too polite. I think there needed to be a little bit more fight between everybody.
Yeah.
It could have been messier.
Yeah.
I wish Allison Williams would have seen her kill someone and then still been like, no, we're still going to push this doll to market. Like I wanted something a little bit more sinister. Maybe the kid being the reveal. Something that didn't give the obvious away. Like we knew what was going to happen the entire time and there was no surprises.
Okay, you're right.
Thank you.
I do agree. But I am giving it a full pledge.
Zach, give it to us. Tell us why people should see this movie.
A lot of the same reasons Garrick said. It delivered on the preview.
Mm-hmm.
It still left some things. Sometimes previews give everything away. It still hid some treasures for you. It's so fun. I think it's the exact type of movie people want right now because it's not serious. It's not, a dramatic whatever. It's like a fun, silly, but surprisingly well-made movie.
Right.
Fair enough.
I think that because DVDs and I guess I am not saying this, but this is what people have said on TikTok.
You're putting it on the internet.
That cancel culture and hyper wokeness has killed the comedy movie. Yes. The only place that we can go to now are semi-funny horror movies.
Yeah.
And this was that. I was so happy that I could laugh at it in a theater again.
Yeah.
And it's not like some superhero saying what he just did on camera. Where he's just like, wow, I just fucking threw a truck at a dragon or some shit like that. It's like, I don't care.
I think we're all in
Congrats,
agreement here
Shazam.
that you should get high, take your friends, go see M3GAN.
Absolutely.
All right, well, Zach, this will be new for you.
Yeah.
We do this segment at the end where we call it My Pleasure,
Yep.
which is either a piece of film, content, podcast, book, movie that you have seen or are reading or enjoying and you want to recommend to the audience. So for My Pleasure this week, I am going to recommend, I believe it's called The Axe-Wielding Hitchhiker
on Netflix.
on Netflix.
Is it good?
Which I have talked about
the
this.
hatchet wielding
Yes.
hitchhiker.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've been talking about how streamers have been doing this thing with like true crime or like in docs where they are painstakingly splitting a story up into 4 40-minute streaming episodes rather than just giving us like a fucking punchy feature. And this was the fucking punchy feature I wanted. I don't think it belonged in a movie theater. I think it's perfectly fit in that streamer buffer world. But it takes a look at an incident that happened back in 2013 that went viral, that was like meme material, that is a story on be careful who we choose to make viral.
Yeah.
And it's just the length that it's done in and the way that it showcases like the internet using people for better or for worse.
Is it a feature? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's the whole point, Zach, is what I wanted to bring it up for. Is it's a gut punchy hour 40 streaming
Well,
movie.
you should have said that.
Oh my God. Fuck off. And also
Y'all's
my
podcast
other
is very
pleasure
fun.
that I don't normally get to say is Zachary joined me as co-host on my podcast, Confidently Insecure, this year. And I think it's killing and funny. So go listen to that. Who's next?
I'll go and stay on the doc side. And I've mentioned this to you guys off air, but Last Chance U basketball.
Ah, yeah.
It is truly some of the best directed documentary pieces of work that I've seen outside of like, I don't know, Minding the Gap. Did you see that one? Yeah.
Skateboard movie.
Skateboard. It was so good. But Last Chance U's basketball, especially if you're from Los Angeles or have been in the Los Angeles region for your high school years, and you really just notice all of these basketball players, and then you check up with them after like however many years to see where they went, and they're at like a random college in Mississippi or something like that. And then you check up on them again and you're like, oh man, I guess they didn't make the NBA. That kind of sucks. What are they going to do now? I guess they go and play overseas or teach high school basketball or something like that. But this show is about kids at the junior college level who it's either they give up basketball or they make the NBA.
Yeah.
There is no, or they play overseas or they play professionally. I'm sorry, not make the NBA, play professionally so that they can just support their families. And you just really see all of the hardships that a lot of them have to go through. And then also, this isn't like people who are not good enough to be in the NBA. These are people with circumstances that did not allow them to go to the NBA. And that is just so heartbreaking and so heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
There's like a kid who has like just a learning disability who was also like at the top of like the basketball charts, but he couldn't finish high school.
Damn.
There's another one who's autistic and he just can't work with coaches as well because they do not know that he is autistic.
Damn.
There's one that was there's a couple that were homeless and they just couldn't like figure things out, but they're all phenomenal basketball players.
Damn.
So it's I mean counterpoint to what you said. This is 9
needs to be a
episodes.
docuseries, yeah.
I think this needs to be a docuseries. I really do. And
2 seasons.
And just speaking from a black male perspective on this, I think that the coach, he's on both seasons, John Mosley, is a godsend. I think that he is an angel sent down from heaven. I think that what he does for black men as a whole and the ones that he coaches and tutors and teaches is the male role model that a lot of them didn't have in their lives.
Yeah.
And it is phenomenal and it is gut wrenching. And I think that
I bet that he's what sold the show.
I think it is him. I think that if you watch it for him at the very least.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Zachary?
I have to follow that.
I'm sorry.
That's insane.
No pressure. But as a white guy,
I've never
what's
watched
your
anything important in my life? And that's such a privilege. No, actually, when you said basketball, I zoned out completely.
Yeah, there it is.
blacked out?
That's what
No
happens.
idea what happened.
No,
That's what happens. It's
but
fair.
this is absolutely silly. Servant on Apple TV.
Oh, yeah.
It's an M. Night Shyamalan joint. And the 4th season just started. And it's one of those shows where it's just spooky and weird. I couldn't tell you a goddamn thing that's happened in it because it feels so kind of like slow and just bizarre.
What's the premise?
It is a crazy premise. A young couple lose their child in a horrible accident. The mom loses her mind. He gets her a doll to replace the baby, just to help her cope, and she thinks it's real. A young girl comes to help as her night nurse. The doll comes to life, and the baby.
Very M3GAN adjacent.
Yeah, but it's supernatural.
I don't like it.
And it's culty. There's a cult thing in it, and it's just spooky. Lauren Ambrose is the young mom. She acts her tits off
Love
in this.
tits off.
Axe her tits off.
Yeah, we need to say that more.
And
Yeah.
Ron Weasley is in it.
Okay, I'm watching.
Yeah.
Is it British?
No,
Okay.
they're in Philly.
It's M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah.
4 seasons?
Yeah. The 4th
Holy
just
shit.
started. Apple TV.
That was one of the starter shows for Apple TV.
Go off.
Yeah.
All right.
It was-
I want to watch that.
Yeah, it basically all takes place in this brownstone, but it's just shot really well, and it's just it's fucking weird.
Listen, man, Apple. I mean, I counted them out, but Apple TV Plus, they're
Really?
fucking,
Even
they're,
for Ted
they're
Lasso?
fucking doing it. They're
All right.
doing it.
I support
that
it.
first lineup was not anything to
no.
see.
But I mean, but I think out of those, the only ones that haven't clawed their way back up is C. Servant is great now. For All Mankind, I believe is the other one.
Oh, yeah.
That one's apparently fantastic. I mean, you have Ted Lasso, which is of
is
course.
Severance on Apple TV?
Yeah.
Severance is on Apple TV. Bad
Yeah,
Sisters
that's
is
worth
on
it
Apple
alone.
TV. There's a couple bangers on that
Yeah, Small Sleep on
platform.
Apple TV.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope Apple makes it this year.
yeah.
I hope they're okay.
I hope they're fine.
Well, that's it for this week. I'm Kelsey Darragh on all the things.
I'm Garrick Bernard on all the things.
I'm Zach Noe Towers on
and
all of the
we
things.
will see you next week, Guilty Whores. Bulletproof, nothing to lose. Sing it with me. Fire away, fire away.
This is adorable.